Welcome to the fifth lecture of Metrology and Machine Tools. Today we'll discuss about the chip formation and types of chips. Chip formation. During the metal cutting process, material is removed from the workpiece in the form of chip. Here we are doing some operation on the workpiece. So the material is removed from the surface by using the cutting tool in the form of chips. So these are called as the chips. The actual separation of the metal starts from the cutting tip as yielding or fracture depending upon the cutting condition. The actual separation will be starts at the cutting tip of the cutting tool. Here the actual separation of the work material will be starts, and this is the workpiece, and this is the new surface or the surface which is obtained after machining process, and this one is the cutting tool, and this is the rake surface of the cutting tool, and this is the chips. The metal in front of the tool rake face gets immediately compressed first elastically and then plastically. This zone is called primary zone. And then the deformed metal flows over the tool face. If the friction between the tool rake face and the underside of the chip considerable, then the chip gets further deformed, which termed as secondary deformation. Here there are two zones are there: primary deformation zone and secondary deformation zone. I will call it as a primary shear zone and a secondary shear zone. Let's observe here. When the cutting tool moves towards the workpiece, first the material which is exactly at the in front of the cutting edge will be cut away from the work surface. So here this will be the primary shear zone or primary deformation. So here the metal in front of the tool rake face gets immediately compressed first elastically and then plastically. This zone is called primary shear zone. So the first the metal, if you observe this diagram, this is the workpiece and this is a cutting tool. When you move the cutting towards the workpiece, the material exactly at the in front of this cutting edge is removed from the workpiece. So this zone A is called as a primary shear zone. Once after separating the material from the workpiece, that material will be flow along the tool rake surface. Along the tool rake surface. So that deformation is called as a secondary deformation. Next, we'll go for the types of chips. The different types of chips formed during the metal cutting, those are continuous chips, discontinuous chip, continuous chip with built-up edge. So the type of chip formation during the metal cutting process depends upon material properties, cutting speed, feed, depth of cut, tool geometry, and machining environment, such as temperature and the type of cutting fluid we are using. So based on these factors, so we'll get the different types of chips. We'll see one by one. First one is a continuous chip. Here, continuous chips are formed by the continuous plastic deformation of metal without fracture in front of the cutting edge of the tool and is formed by the smooth flow of the chip on the tool rake surface. Here, if you observe, the continuous chips are formed by the continuous plastic deformation of the metal without fracture. Without fracture. So here, if you observe this one, just observe this is the how the material is removed from the workpiece. So this material is removed in the form of chip, and this chip is continuously moving. So there is no breaking of this material. So we got the continuous plastic deformation. So this is called as continuous chip, like this. This is the cutting tool, and this one is a workpiece. So the material is removed from the workpiece, and it is moving along the rake surface in the form of in the continuous chip. So this is called as a continuous chip. Continuous chip obtained when cutting of a ductile material like aluminum and low carbon steels. We will observe this type of chips in the machining of ductile materials. Examples are aluminum or low carbon steels. Anyway, the chips come out without fracture in the form of either long string or bend into a tight roll. Here, when the material is removed from the workpiece, that material, that chip will flow continuously. That means there is no breaking. There is no breaking of the chip will take place in case of the continuous chip. You will get continuous, just like the ribbon type will get the chip. So this is about the continuous chip. And next one is, so what are the favorable conditions for these continuous chips? Those are metal should be ductile and high cutting speed, low feed rate, low depth of cut, high back rake angle, less friction between the tool face and the chip. So if the friction is more in between the tool face and the chip, automatically because of the friction, heat will be generated. Because of that heat, the chip is going to be break. So we can't get the continuous flow. So these are the factors which affects the continuous chip, or you can call it as a favorable conditions for the continuous chips. Now, next coming to the discontinuous chip. Discontinuous chips obtained when cutting off brittle materials like cast iron. While machining, the deformed metal rupture ahead of the tool when compressive force reaches the fracture limit of the material. So the chips produced in the form of discontinuous segments. The name itself indicates that it is a discontinuous chips. So we can't get the continuous flow. If you observe this one, so this is a cutting tool and this is a chips and this one is a material. So the chips are moving along the rake surface in the small segments. If you observe, so the chip is break. See here, the chip is break. So automatically we can't get the continuous chip. So we get the small segments of the chip. So like these are the segments of the chips. This is about the discontinuous chip. We'll see what are the favorable conditions for this discontinuous chip. First one is a metal should be hard and brittle, low cutting speed, high feed rate, high depth of cut, low back rake angle, high friction. These are some favorable conditions for the discontinuous chip. And low stiffness of the machine tools that allows vibrations also one of the conditions. Now next one is a continuous chip with a built-up edge. At a high temperature and pressure, the chip material stick or weld itself to the cutting edge and the tool face near the nose. It is called as a built-up edge. As we know that when the cutting tool is moving along the workpiece surfaces, because of the friction, heat will be generated. At a high temperature and pressure also, the chip material is going to be stick with the cutting edge. Here if you observe this portion, this one. Only this one. Observe here. So when the chip is flowing, some portion of the metal is going to be stick with the cutting tip. So this is called as a built-up edge. Like this. These are called as a built-up edge. We'll see what are the favorable conditions for the continuous chip. High friction at tool face, low rake angle, ineffective cutting fluid, low speed, high feed rate, and high depth of cut. These are some favorable conditions for the continuous chip with the built-up edge. So actually this built-up edge is not desirable because it gives the poor surface finish, high power consumption, and it reduces the tool life by accelerating the tool wear. So that's why we have to try to avoid the formation of built-up edge on the chips. So and also fluctuation in cutting force induces vibration that causes the tool failure. So if the built-up edge is formed, so that will affect the poor surface finish and high power consumption, and also it reduces the cutting tool life. So that's why we have to avoid the formation of continuous chip with a built-up edge. So these are the types of chips.